Okay, I am Liz Patton, and I just want to thank you so much for giving us this time tonight to learn a little bit more about coaching and the blessing that it's been to all of us. We are thrilled that you're in our sneak peek this week and hope that you are enjoying the videos and the stories that we're sharing there. And please just know we are open books. So feel free to ask us any questions tonight on our webinar as well as the rest of this week. So just to give you a really quick little history of how I became a coach, I just honestly fell in love with our products and like to get things with a discount if possible. So I started out coaching because I wanted the products with a discount, but that's not what kept me coaching. What kept me coaching and what still fuels me and just gives fire to my belly every day is serving others and watching people transform. And I am certain that this is what God has intended for me to do. I was supposed to go back to the classroom. I was a middle school English teacher. And although I liked that, I didn't love that. And this is my love. This is my sweet spot. God has brought these amazing women into my life, and they have truly blessed me. And so we're excited to share it with you tonight. So I want to thank you for being here and congratulate you, because that means whoever invited you to be here tonight, they think that you have something that would make you specifically a great coach. Like, we aren't just asking anybody to be here. We asked you. And we asked you for a reason. And so it might be that you're here because you participated in a challenge group with one of the amazing coaches on my team, and you stood out as having a special quality that would make you a great coach. Or maybe you just were laid on one of the coaches' hearts because they've seen posts that you've made and you're inspiring and uplifting and you serve others, and maybe health is something that you are passionate about too, and so maybe that's why you were asked. Or maybe you're totally into fitness and this would just be another little tool that you could stick in your toolbox to help you be able to help others. Whatever reason that you're here tonight, I believe that God has just kind of woven this all together for His glory. And so we're excited that you're here. And each of the leaders on our team are going to share a little bit about why they became coaches tonight. And we're just going to share some of the common questions that we get as coaches. So I'm excited that you're not just going to hear from me tonight. You're going to hear from some of the other amazing leaders on our team. So Carrie is going to start us off and talk a little bit about the history, because you maybe have never even tried our products and don't really know what all of our products even are. So Carrie, you want to take it away, girl?
All right, I'm unmuted. Hey guys, I'm so glad you're here. These are some great ladies. I'll give you a little synopsis of why I became a coach and how I became a coach. Basically, I was working out and I was kind of doing my own thing. And over the summer, I gained a few pounds. And a girlfriend of mine just said, "Hey, why don't you jump in a challenge group?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to buy anything. I'm good." She said, "It's free. Just try." So I jumped in and I loved it. I loved the interaction. I loved the encouraging of the other women with me and back and forth. And I really started because of the challenge groups. I had never done any Beachbody programs. I had never maybe taken a sip of Shakeology, like none of that. And I jumped in because I love the accountability. And I really didn't, no one even asked me. I just kind of raised my hand and said, "Is this like a job? Can I do this?" And here I am 17 months later, and I absolutely love it. And now my passion for helping other people has just grown. The results that have come from me, working with other people have just, I've cried so many times because it lights up my life. So that's kind of where I came from. My background is actually in interior design and in sales. And I kind of got out of that, and I'm a military wife, so we had to move, and I was kind of taken out of that and put into being a stay-at-home mom. And that was kind of a shock for me. It was kind of a shock to my system, like, coming from making money and having an income to being a stay-at-home mom. And so this has also really helped me to just have something that fills me up, helping others. And, it's just been such a blessing. And these women have been, it's just amazing. So So that's kind of me in a nutshell. As for Beachbody started in 1998, the year I graduated high school. And it started with two gentlemen who had this dream that they wanted to create like an awesome workout program. And they did, and it was P90X. And it was kicking people's butts left and right. And they had something called message boards. I don't know if you guys remember that back in the day, message boards, encouraging people to really, work towards their goals with this program. And so what the founders saw was, okay, we have these great programs, but how do we know if these people are getting results from them? How can we measure this? All these message boards are filled with all these great results. How can we get the word out there even more? And they were already an established company, making millions and millions of dollars. And they took the 41 people who were in charge of these message boards, and they brought them all together, and they said, why don't we create this coaching opportunity? Would you be interested? And these people went out there and they became coaches, and they became coaches, and they had more coaches. And now it's this huge company of people helping other people. And I think the reason that I love it so much is because for me, I don't want to ever stop changing, growing, getting better. And I feel like that is really the CEO and the founder, Carl Daikeler, that was really his vision. And I feel like my vision for myself and for my life is very similar to that, in that he's always creating new products. He's always, raising the bar. I mean, some of the things that are now, it's just incredible as far as technology and stuff with Beachbody. So it's just a dynamic company, and that's kind of where it came from.
Good stuff. Okay, so we often hear, and actually the objections that we hear from other people, quite honestly, are the objections that most of us had when we became coaches. So chances are, if you're thinking it in your head, we thought it too. So Cassie is going to start us off with two of the top objections that we often hear. So you want to go with those, girl?
Let's do it. Did you want me to say a little bit about myself, or should I just smile?
Oh, no. Tell us. Yeah, no, tell us.
Because I can do that too. So I'm Cassia, and let's see here, a little bit about me. I'm a talker, so you might just want to hand or something, Liz, if it's like 9 p.m. and I'm still telling you about goodness knows what. But anyway, I'm Cassia, and I joined Liz on this journey. Gosh, was it like 15 months ago now? It just keeps creeping up on me. I feel like I've known some of these ladies forever, so it's almost hard to keep track. You can't remember your life without them. But yeah, I think it's been about 15 months, and I just love this stuff. Like, I was like Liz, I was a teacher. I was a kindergarten teacher for 6 years. And then I was home with our first baby. And after I found Beachbody, I was like, I'm never going back to that again. Like, it was just my, like Liz says, her sweet spot. Like, it's my sweet spot. It's my thing. It's my jam. I'm so passionate about helping other women. Just it fires me up, but just sharing that fire, that energy. So yeah, I just love pouring into other women. I am currently a 1-star diamond with huge girl boss dreams. Like, watch out, because I'm on fire. Not even scared. And I love it. I just love the connection. I love the relationships. I just love other women who, can connect on such a deep level. It's been incredible. So that's my little nutshell story. So when Liz had, like she said, asked us to share tonight and kind of had this list of things to present or cover, I was like, when I saw the objections one, I was like, that's me. I think Liz and I have laughed about this so many times, but I said no to Liz for so long. When I met her online, I admired her. I followed her. I thought she was just the bee's knees. I did not want to be a coach for exactly the reasons I'm going to talk about tonight. So the main objection points. My first was, I just don't have time. I don't have time for this. I don't know how y'all think, like life happens, but I have kids, I have stuff to do, I have a husband. Like, I don't know who you people are. You have like super hero woman powers. Like, not gonna work. That was like my first no, my first big no. But I just kept watching Liz, and I thought, okay, like she's got boys at home, she's got a husband, she's got a house, like there's something going on. Like maybe I know what she is doing. And what Liz shared with me is this, this is your own journey. This is so personal to you. So if you want to come into coaching and you want to walk with it, if you just want to hang out and see what it's about and do it as a hobby, or see if it's something that lights your fire, like really, what do you have to lose? I mean, you can try it, right? But if you get into it and you love it, then you can run with it. Then you can start investing more time and slowly building systems. And I'll tell you right now, I'm to the place where I'm not working any harder. I'm just working smarter. So I have systems in place. My team is able to use what I've already put into place, which I've basically taken from Beachbody. Thank you. So you're never recreating anything. We have each other. We lean into each other. So the majority of my time online is basically like my adult time that I'm so thankful for, because goodness knows when you're home with a 3 and 5-year-old all day, you're craving some interaction with real grownups. So I started off really light. I was doing like an hour a day. We call it a power hour. And I couldn't get enough of it. I was like, okay, when's my next power hour? I would be like chomping at the bit to sit down and checking with my ladies and see how their days were going. So slowly that time I have chosen to grow in that. But it really can be what you want it to be. You can start small. And I have some coaches who work full-time jobs, and they're just so efficient and so organized. And that is like, Carrie was saying, like professional development. You can be learning, you can be growing. You can learn to use self-control, to use discipline. So you're not scrolling Facebook. So you're not wasting minutes. Because goodness gracious, ladies, if you are sitting on Facebook, you might as well be making some money. And I'm not scared to talk about money, because like it is leverage for me. I have big dreams for my family, and I'm not scared of that. So I'm all about it. And I want to be efficient. If I'm online, I'm working. So that's that. Like, obviously that's worked itself out. So that was like my big fat no. And then my little no was my husband kept saying, we don't have enough money for that. And I was like, come on, just let me do it. Just let me do it. And I begged him for months, and he just kept saying, I don't get this. This is network marketing crap. This is a pyramid scheme. How much money are you going to waste? You've done stuff like this before. We still have products that we're paying for that you've never sold. And I mean, to his credit, he was right. Like, I've done stuff like this before, or I should say I've done networking before. So what I did was I just kept praying about it. I just kept being like, Lord, does he have a point? Like, if he does, let me be quiet, because Lord knows I can shut my mouth when I need to. But I kept feeling a stirring. I kept feeling like, no, I want to do this. And you're going to have a lot of women who want to join you on your journey and be like, I really need help with fitness. I really need help with nutrition. And that's so awesome. I wasn't one of those people. Like, I knew I wanted to be a coach before I even got my package in the mail. Like, I love this stuff because I love people so hard. And as long as it was decent stuff and was something I really could stand by, I was in. I didn't care. So anyway, I basically begged my husband for months. And when Christmas came, I said, okay, the challenge pack is my Christmas gift. Okay. And my husband finally caved and said, fine, if that's what you really want, go for it. Well, what I didn't tell him was when I signed up, and I think Angie's going to go into details about this, but when I got my challenge pack, I opted in for free as a coach. And I didn't mention that part. So like a week or so had gone by, and I was doing the workouts, drinking my shake, loving everything. And then I started, sending messages, and my husband's like, oh, I notice you're talking to a lot of people, sharing that stuff. What's going on? And I'm like, oh, I might be kind of, coaching. I might be trying my hand at this. And he looked at me and he was like, well, you have 30 days to make your money back or you're done. And I was like, game on, bring it. You want to watch me burn this down? It's on. And the rest is history. I mean, I love my husband, but boy, he's a tough guy. And when I can just prove him wrong, I'm like, yeah. So that's really just been like my heart in this is just, just like going after these crazy goals and smashing them and having this team to come alongside you. And like I said, like this really can be what you make it, what you want it to be. You know, you can walk, you can run, you can sprint. Like it's sky's the limit, opportunity is endless. So hopefully I didn't go on some crazy tangent there, but which I'm kind of notorious for.
I remember that message when you said, okay, I've got to make this happen because my husband said, I've got 30 days and that's a perfect example of you just started to run and you made it work. But absolutely, like we take this at the pace that our coaches set. So if they just want to walk to start and then get comfortable and then, pick up the pace, like you're not forced to do anything. We don't have a quota that you have to meet every month. You don't have to keep products like stocked in your basement. Like you get a website that people go to directly. So, it really is at the pace that you set, and you explained that just so beautifully. So thank you so much. Another objection that we get a lot that you're maybe thinking about is like, well, I'm not at my goal weight yet, or I'm not fit enough to be a coach, or I'm not healthy enough, or, if I promote this on social media and I'm not yet at the place where I want to be in my fitness journey, like how am I going to get people to come alongside of me? I felt that way. There are still some days that I feel that way, to be quite honest with you. So Summer's going to talk to us a little bit about how she deals with that in her own journey.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Summer Faith, and I've been coaching now for just over a year. I had my year anniversary this month, and that is exactly where I was when I started. I've lost, almost 40 pounds this year. Can you believe that? I know, right? So God has just been super faithful in that, but it started off that I was terrified to share my journey with other people because, there's a lot of reasons I was scared, but who wants to get out there and say, hey, this is what I'm doing and watch me fail at it, right? Like, I was nervous that I wasn't going to make it work, or not only that, like people would look up to me in my community because I'm a worship leader, and I would mentor women, and I was always speaking truth into their lives, but I didn't have my junk together when it came to health and fitness. And if I admitted it, then that's like a little bit, it was humiliating for me personally, but he was working on my heart, and he connected me with Liz and just basically said to me that this is the time for you to share it, and this is a safe place. I felt safe with Liz. I was ready. I never tried the products before, so that was something that was new to me. But once I got started on Shakeology and my exercise program, I started with the 21-day fix. I started to see results right away, and some of the women in my life, my close friends that I was just sharing with in passing at church or wherever we were meeting, texting, they started to become interested in what it was that I was doing, and they wanted to join me in this journey. But that came from having to be a little bit humble in a sense and share like, hey, I don't have it all together. And I guarantee you that you all don't have it all together too. There's like all of us have these spots in our lives that we just, we put up barriers, and we're afraid to open up. And but when we do open up and share our flaws and share what it is that we're struggling with, that's when we really are able to make growth. And I guarantee you that that's why I was able to make growth this year, was because I shared my journey. People were drawn to me because I shared my struggles. And you don't have to be, six-pack and perfect, eating perfectly and all that stuff, because quite honestly, that's a little bit intimidating to some people, and they can relate to you when you're sharing that, hey, I don't have it all together, but this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm going about changing, and I would love for you to come and join me in that. So that's kind of how I got started, and how not being fit helped me be a coach, I guess. A little bit about me. I just jumped right into that objection because I'm passionate about it, but a little bit about me. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I homeschooled my boys up until about a week and a half ago, and I just put them into public school, and that was another thing that God has released me to do, and just pursue this with full time. I'm loving what I'm doing, and it's just been such a blessing in my life. And it was really clear over the last week and a half that this is something that I meant to do, and God has opened up that door for me and my family. And so, like Cassia, I started off with just doing an hour a day, and just found that this was my sweet spot, and this is where I wanted to be. And so anyway, I'm doing that full time now, which I'm loving. And let's see. Oh, the one thing that I really wanted to share with you is what makes our team different than other teams. There are a lot of Beachbody coaches out there, and this team specifically is just, it's such a blessing, because as you can see, the women that are on here now, they have become some of my dearest friends. They are encouraging and uplifting, and we love to see each other succeed, and we work together as a team, but it all stems from a servant's heart. And that is what this team is about. We serve other people intentionally, and it's not to make the next sale, and it's not based out of, to get ahead. It's based out of the fact that that's just who we are to the core. And I'm pretty sure that if you've been invited to this call, it's because a coach here has seen that you have a servant's heart, and you have the desire to help other people. And so it's just been such a blessing to be able to expand my ministry. I work in the local church, but being part of this team has opened up doors where I'm able to meet with people all over the United States and bless them and encourage them and grow them and help them to become healthier. And the support system of Team Believe, and just the encouragement and the equipping of one another, it's been such a blessing. So if that's something that you see yourself as a servant, and you see yourself as somebody who likes to bless other people, this is a great fit for you. And not only that, it's such a blessing in return because of the relationships, because of, it's been a financial blessing to my family. And there's just all around, it's a good place to be. So
that's great. Thank you so much, Limra, for sharing that. I love how you said that that's just who we are to the core. And it's so true. And honestly, when I first started doing this, I can remember saying to my upline, well, I don't have to sell anything, do I? Cause I do not want to be one of those people that my friends see me coming, and they're in the grocery store, getting down to the milk aisle because, they're afraid I'm going to sell them something. I had no desire for any of that. And, not to say anything negative about any other companies, but if you're anything like me, you get a ton of copy and pasted messages to, get the newest mascara and skincare and wraps. And there's just a lot of people trying to sell a lot of things. And so I just want to put you at ease that that's not what we're about. As Summer already mentioned, we are here to serve others in health. And so, my parents, they drink Shakeology. My mom was pre-diabetic. Now she's no longer pre-diabetic. She's not on cholesterol and blood pressure medication. I am fire in my belly, want to help people live healthy, fulfilling lives. And that's what I get to do, whether that's to help them learn how to eat clean, whether that's how to help women figure out how to make 30 minutes in their day to be for them to fit in a workout. That's what we're about. We're not about pushing a product. And And that's why this is joyful. And that is why this is fun. And it's been a blessing, because when you lead with service, the rest of it takes care of itself. And so if that's the kind of thing that is your in fire, puts fire in your belly too, like I think that this would be a beautiful fit for you. If you're trying to figure out, okay, well, so I'm totally about it. Like, this sounds like an awesome thing. How do I go about doing that? So Angie is going to talk with us about the options, because you've got options if this is something that sounds like something you would be interested in. So Angie, you want to tell us about that?
There we go. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I'll tell you a little bit about me first, if you want to hear me.
Please. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've been a coach for 4 years now, and my story is a little different than everyone else. I think, well, we all have a different story, but the way I became a Beachbody coach was I was actually training to do a triathlon with Liz. And she had started drinking this weird shake thing. And she was kicking my butt every single time we were out riding the bike or swimming or running. Pretty much whatever we did, she kicked my butt. She still does. But anyway, yes. And she was saying, you know, she had been doing a lot of research and she came across this meal replacement, and it was really tasty, and she just felt like it was just this, you know, this great thing. And you know, I was like, right, you know, sure, whatever, you know. But in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, is this what's making her be so awesome out here? Maybe that's what's doing it. And over time, she stuck with it. I just thought it was some random thing. And, you know, eventually I wanted what she had. So I asked her about it, and she hooked me up. And it really was all that she said that it was. And I wanted what she had, and became a coach for the discount. And that's how I became a coach. And it's been a huge blessing. I'm glad that she shared it with me. She was definitely passionate about it. She didn't push it on me, that's for sure. But it was just a natural thing, and it's been a huge blessing. And I'm lucky enough that I've been able to get out of a really crappy 9-to-5 job that I did not like. And I am the ministry assistant at my church, which I truly, truly love. I do that, but I'm also a Beachbody coach, and I enjoy helping women that are in probably their not so younger years, gain their confidence back. And that's, you know, that's just what I'm passionate about, and I'm loving every minute of it. So truly such a blessing. So let me tell you how you can become a coach. There's several different options. If you can just sign up to be a coach for $39.95, I think it is. And that's an okay way to do it, but really and truly the smartest way would be to sign up with a challenge pack. And that is with Shakeology and a workout program, because then the $39.95 coaching fee is waived, and then you get your workout and your Shakeology. If you've already purchased a challenge pack before, then you can, with your coach that invited you here, can hook you up with a form that's found in the back office, and you can have that fee waived. So like you can go ahead and pay your $39.95 and then turn in a form and have that coaching fee reimbursed to your credit card. And then if you are a military person, your husband's in the military, your spouse, then you can also have all those fees waived for you. You do have to turn in your paperwork, of course. Your what's it called there, Carrie? Your orders, right? Okay, sorry. But there's also a $16 or $15.95 business fee also that you do have to think about. But that gives you all of your websites, and you get 3 different websites. So, but I mean, gosh, come on, you guys, $16 for your overhead. Can't beat that. Where can you run a business for $16 a month? And that is a monthly fee. But seriously, I don't know another business that you can pay to have a $16, overhead. Seriously, you just can't. But I think that's it. So there's, the $39.95, the challenge pack with the coaching fee waived. If you've already purchased a challenge pack, you can turn in the form, or if you're a military personnel, you also can do that and then turn in your paperwork and have that waived also. And then you do have the $16 business fees. That's the monthly fee as well. But that's not right away. That's the fee is after you've signed up. But I think that's everything, right?
Yeah, and even with the business fee that we have monthly, you still are saving 25%. Products. So
absolutely.
That is like a $15. Like, I think about it as when I walk into the grocery store, if somebody handed me a $15 coupon, would I walk past them and say, no, thanks?
Right, exactly.
I mean, it's a $15 savings every month on your product. So it's a beautiful savings in my opinion. So if any of you have any questions, we would love for you to have the opportunity to ask us like anything. As I said in the beginning, we are open books. Feel free to ask us anything. All you have to do is click on the little microphone, the bottom left hand of your screen, and it'll unmute you and you can ask us anything. No? We answered all your questions? Okay. Well, if you get off the call and you start talking to your husband and you think of something else and you want to ask us, or he wants to know something else, just post it in the group, in our sneak peek group, and we'll just be happy to answer anything. So I would encourage you after tonight's call to get in touch with the coach that invited you and just touch bases with them, ask them questions, see if this might be a great fit for you. Enjoy the rest of the week, stay connected with us, come in at your convenience and just see what we're all about, to see if this would be a good fit for you. We are together just better people. I mean, I just feel like we are better together, just as iron sharpens iron. Like, I am not the same woman today that I was when I first became a coach, and these women are a big part of that. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. We appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing you in the rest of our sneak peek. Bye, ladies.